Is Rodriguez set to swap the Bernabeu for the Bridge? Chelsea and United are never far from big money transfer gossip, and it seems they're both up against Juventus in the race to sign James Rodriguez, Real Madrid's attacking midfielder who Zinedine Zidane says no longer features in his plans. Rodriguez has posted an Instagram shot of him posing in a private jet, which might indicate he's off on holiday or might just mean he's on his way to somewhere more permanent. Well, Paul, Rodriguez currently rates at 3.6. How do you see it?
Yeah, I think he's got to get out of Real Madrid. It's not really gone that well for him. He's an expensive player. When you look at a transfer fee that he may cost, his wages on top of it, there's only the clubs that you're mentioning really that can afford him. So yeah, I think he will be out in this window. I think he needs to get his career going again, and any of those clubs mentioned would be a good fit for him.
We can look at the Chelsea formation, which, to be fair, hasn't done too badly of late.
No, but you can never, when a good player is available, I think you've always got to look at that. And, you can't have too many good players, but it always comes at a cost. And you need competition for places.
I think especially with Kante and Costa being out suspended, it will make him think he needs to add and strengthen this squad.
Yeah.
Well, the man in danger, at least as far as we're concerned, is Willian.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, all three of them across the top there could be in danger because, you need, like I said, you need competition for places. You never really know what a manager's thinking. We've all thought Willian's been brilliant for Chelsea for most of the time that he's been there, but different manager comes in, slightly different view, thinks that maybe Rodriguez can give them something slightly different and better, and maybe that's what he's thinking.
What was he, 71 million when he went to
He was
Real
a lot of
Madrid?
money, yeah, Brazil. But he was top man for Colombia, scored some great goals, he looked individual. I think he'd be a perfect fit for Chelsea because he could come in. Oscar's obviously going off to China, but you've got Willian, Pedro, and I think he can rotate that group. Costa's got to stay fit. I mean, with Chelsea, that team just picks itself. When Costa's fit, it's fine, but Rodriguez can play up front, can play in the hole, can play wide, and I think he's the type of a utility player that will fit perfectly into that Chelsea squad.
We can compare the three of them then, Pedro as well, in this graphic. It's difficult to tell much between them, considering that one of them's apparently worth 71 million.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, listen, I think those stats may be a little unfair, considering he hasn't played as much as he, as he could have done. But they're looking at potential and what he can do, and with an arm round him, with a starting place in a team, what he could do for a team. That's what managers get paid for judging those situations, buying those players, making those decisions. And, those stats don't look great for him, but, he could come in and massively improve very quickly.
Well, with Roman's money available, they can probably get whoever they want. But does it help, or can it possibly detract from a team if they're getting too many in?
I think what they don't want to do is get anyone that's too big a name. I think Rodriguez, where he is hopefully got something to prove. He'll come in there, he'll be motivated, he'll come in. If he doesn't get into the team straight away, it won't be a massive problem. It's not going to disrupt what they've got. I think it's going to add to what they've got. All it is, the question is his heart. Does he want to come and play football? Does he want to make a name for himself? And is he going to go and work hard enough to get in that Chelsea side?
It'd be a massive problem to me if I transferred from Real Madrid to Chelsea and I didn't get in the starting lineup pretty quickly. But, that's what he's got to... I know what John's saying, but you've got to go and force your way into the lineup. And you'd like to think if someone's paying a lot of money for you, you're going to get a start and then hopefully retain your place. But you know that there's tough competition.
I don't like to see that when players put pictures of them in a private plane there. It doesn't show a great attitude. I think he wants to come to London. He obviously wants to go somewhere. But really, we talked about this, but it's got to be about the player's desire to want to play and want to be a top player. And you see that in your Messis, your Ronaldos, your Suarez, your Tevez. And a lot of these foreign South American players, they're either great or they can be a little bit party boys. So if he's coming to London to work, then great, come. If he's not, stay in Madrid.